Ants are common insects, but they have some unique capabilities. Check out our amazing facts about ants that are guaranteed to blow your mind. There are more than 12,000 known species of ants living throughout the world. Ants can be identified by the constriction between the abdomen and thorax that looks like a narrow waist. Their bodies are covered with a hard armor called the exoskeleton. Most ants are either red or black in color, and length can be anywhere up to 30 millimeters. Ranging from the ant you might find scuttling across your picnic to the ants building underground fortresses in the rainforest to flying ants. The bullet ant is said to have the most painful sting in the world. Living in humid jungle conditions such as the Amazon, their sting has been compared to being hit by a bullet. Fire ants cause over $4 billion worth of damage a year. North America's red imported fire ant might only be little, but the tiny critters have a painful bite which causes a burning sensation, hence the name fire ant, which costs the US millions in veterinary and medical bills every year. They've also been known to cause damage to farmers' crops. The ant is one of the world's strongest creatures in relation to its size. A single ant can carry 50 times its own body weight, and they'll even work together to move bigger objects as a group. If a second grader was as strong as an ant, she would be able to pick up a car. When ants fight, it is usually to the death. Ants hold the record for the fastest movement in the animal kingdom. The aptly named species of trapjaw ant can close its jaws at 140 miles per hour, which it uses to kill its prey or injure predators. Ants are social insects which live in colonies. There are 3 kinds of ants in a colony: the queen, the female workers, and males. The queen and the males have wings, while the workers don't have wings. The queen is the only ant that can lay eggs. The male ant's job is to mate with future queen ants, and they do not live very long afterwards. Once the queen grows to adulthood, she spends the rest of her life laying eggs. Depending on the species, a colony may have 1 queen or many queens. Ant colonies also have soldier ants that protect the queen, defend the colony, gather or kill food, and attack enemy colonies in search for food and nesting space. If they defeat another ant colony, they take away eggs of the defeated ant colony. When the eggs hatch, the new ants become the slave ants for the colony. Ants are the longest living insects. Unlike some bugs who might only live for days or even hours, the queen ant can live up to 30 years. Queen ants have wings, which they shed when they start a new nest. When the queen of the colony dies, the colony can only survive a few months. Queens are rarely replaced and the workers are not able to reproduce. Some ant species are asexual. Rather than going down the traditional route of reproduction, some Amazonian ants have taken to reproduce via cloning. It is reported that the queen ants copy themselves to genetically produce daughters, resulting in a colony with no male ants. Ants don't have ears, and some of them don't have eyes. Ants listen by feeling vibrations from the ground through their feet, and less ants such as the driver ant species can communicate by using their antennae. Ants don't have lungs. Due to their small size, ants don't have the room to accommodate a complex respiratory system such as ours. Instead, they have their own ways of respiration to help transport oxygen around their bodies. Ants breathe in oxygen through spiracles, which are a series of holes located on the sides of their bodies. The spiracles are connected through a network of tubes which help distribute the oxygen to almost every cell in their body. An ant's movement helps the oxygen to circulate through the tubes, with the released carbon dioxide exiting through said tubes as well. Plus, they can send chemical signals, called pheromones, released through their body to send messages to other ants. They send out warnings when danger's near, leave trails of pheromones leading to food sources, and even use them to attract a mate, a sort of ant love potion. Ants have 2 stomachs. That's right, ants have 2 stomachs, and it's not because they are greedy. One of their stomachs is for holding food for their own consumption, and the second one is to hold food to be shared with other ants. This process is known as trophallaxis and allows an ant colony to work extremely efficiently. It allows for the ants who forage for food to feed those which stay behind and tend to the duties of the queen and the nest. The largest ant's nest ever found was over 3,700 miles wide. Found in Argentina in 2000, the ginormous colony housed 33 ant populations which had merged into one giant super colony, with millions of nests and billions of workers. Ants can become zombies. Perhaps the strangest ant fact: there is a species of fungus that infects ants and takes control of their bodies. The fungus finds its way underneath the ant's exoskeleton and begins to consume soft tissue. Shortly after, by unknown mechanisms, it causes the ant to leave its colony. The ant then finds a leaf, bites it with a death grip, and dies. A few days later, the fungus releases spores to infect more ants. Some ant species have learned to recognize infected colony mates and will carry them far away to protect the rest of the colony. Ants are as old as dinosaurs. A study from Harvard and Florida State Universities discovered that ants first rose during the Cretaceous period around 130 million years ago. They have survived the Cretaceous Tertiary that killed the dinosaurs as well as the Ice Age. There are a lot of ants in the world. The phrase "a lot" is an understatement when describing the amount of ants currently in existence. To put things in perspective, it is estimated that there are around 1 million ants for every one human in the world. Ants benefit ecosystems by dispersing seeds, pollinating plants, and improving the quality of soil. Ants might also benefit our health as a potential source of new medicines such as antibiotics. So when you next see an ant, before you think to kill her, consider how fascinating she really is. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already.